Hello, all. This is Deborah Razzo. I'm here from the Women's Real Estate Network, and I'm here with Stacy Conte. Stacy is a short-term rental specialist, which, by the way, I think is tremendously sexy because everybody knows that you hear about these, short-term rentals. I was corrected at one point. I was calling them Airbnbs, and somebody was like, "No, it's short-term rental specialist." There's more. There's more out there than Airbnbs, but it is, a big supplier of short-term rentals. Stacy, tell us about your experience. I know that you've taken a business and you've just exploded it. So where did you start and where are you now?
I really fell into short-term rentals. I had a property that was not really making any money as a long-term rental, didn't want to sell it. So I said, hey, let's try midterm rentals, and got a couple midterm rentals going. But then I had these gaps in my calendar and I was losing a lot of money due to the occupancy. So I threw it up on Airbnb and it started booking like crazy. And then I just fell in love with the experience and working with the guests to make their stays phenomenal and create memories with their families. So it all kind of spiraled out of that.
Oh, that is so cool. I love that you keep your focus on the hospitality side of things. But for those out there that maybe don't know anything, can you describe the difference between a midterm rental and a short-term rental?
Yeah, absolutely. A midterm rental is typically someone that's traveling and staying in an area for work, business, and they're there for a couple months at a time. So they're not coming in and out. And sometimes that helps get around certain laws. If there's a 30-day minimum, midterm rentals could be great for areas like that.
Mhm.
And then we have short-term rentals, which are usually our true vacationers. So they're coming into an area for a destination, a wedding, a vacation. Uh, Sometimes it is business travel just during the week, but it's a much shorter stay. It could be as short as one night.
Okay, very good. I think there's a lot of people that don't understand the difference between it. So thank you so much for defining that. And I'm going to say it sounds like you started with one, but I happen to know that you've ended with many, or you're not over yet. Not that you're over yet. Well, I know you've expanded tremendously on this model. So tell me about that journey and where you are now.
That again was a natural progression. I really lean into the short-term rentals because I love being hands-on with those properties. I have my hand in a lot of different investments, but the short-term rentals is where my personality is a good fit and I love learning about the whole process, so everywhere from curating the space, the vision for the property, but then going in and being hands-on with the guest experience as well. And that's going to be a really big part of being successful in short-term rentals over this transition that we're going through in real estate, is curating that guest experience because it's becoming very competitive. You have to stand out.
Okay, so I'm going to say that I happen to follow, if you haven't followed Stacy on Instagram or Facebook, you've got to. And I happen to follow you. And I have to say that your units are so bright and colorful. And, I feel like I know you and you're bright and colorful. And so I feel like it's a natural expression from you. But is that also part of your marketing to attract attention? Or, what is that about?
It is. So it is my personality. I love bright, vibrant, funky designs, but it is also part of creating that marketing for the properties. When a potential guest is scrolling through Airbnb, what are they going to click on? They're going to click on what stands out, what's bright, what that mural's interesting. What's that property about? And even if they don't book it, those clicks are helping you rank in the algorithm. So it's all playing into the marketing.
It's all about the algorithm.
It is. It is.
Okay. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you've added now some boutique hotels to your portfolio.
Yes. I did a 12 unit beachside boutique motel. I'm running it all as a short term rental versus a traditional motel model. All the rooms are unique, so it's not just where you book a room and you get assigned one of the 12 identical rooms. So that was a really fun experience and process. And I recently acquired a 39 unit historic hotel. So my bright and colorful theme is not translating well to that. So I'm going through like a whole coping process because I'm dealing with historic colors, and it's definitely a change, but it's a really unique property, and I'm really excited about that one as well.
Okay, so I happen to know that my